I think that what we're seeing is the effect of the relative position of oil in the markets generally. 5 years ago, oil was 5% of global GDP. It's now 2.5%. And I guess, therefore, the transmission mechanism between the geopolitical event and the market impact is a little less than perhaps it might have been. I think these sorts of events 5 or more years ago would have had a different order of magnitude. But inevitably, I think what we're seeing is also the effect of this being a series of events that have come effectively from Iran since the US withdrew from the nuclear deal, since the US reimposed sanctions. And I guess the market has taken each event, reacted to it, and the more events, then the more nullified individual responses, but then the more the temptation on hardliners in particular to make the events more spectacular and to try and achieve a higher international impact.
And from the sounds of it, it sounds like you think that this is a game changer for the market, not just the oil market in terms of disruption, but in terms of geopolitics. What about the motivation behind such an attack? What is the motivation for the Iranians, and all signs are pointing to Iran, whether directly or indirectly, for an attack of this magnitude?
Well, as I said, I think that the Iranians are seeking to put pressure on Saudi Arabia, seeking to put pressure as well on the United States. I mean, the Iranians signed the nuclear deal with the Obama administration some years ago. The Trump administration signaled in campaigning in 2016 that they would withdraw from that agreement, and they did, and they've reimposed sanctions. I think it's clear that those sanctions have had an impact on Iran, but the impact on Iran is something which the regime there is used to managing in terms of internal discontent. The impact on Tehran is nonetheless significant, and what we're seeing is Iran pushing back and trying to put pressure back on the Saudis and put pressure back on the US. I think when the president says he doesn't want to have a war and others do, effectively we're in an escalatory situation, and Iran, I'm afraid, has a tactical advantage.
Yes, you say that, but as of now, there isn't enough evidence on the ground to show that the attacks came directly from Iranian soil. So does that tie the US's hands a little bit in terms of their desire to apply maximum pressure, and in terms of what they can do to contain Iran if they don't have actual evidence that the cruise missiles or the drone attacks actually came from Iran directly?
Well, I think it's right that we should wait for the evidence, and the evidence will be forthcoming. The US, I guess UK and other countries which are allies of the Saudis will be providing forensic support, poring over all of the debris and looking for evidence of where missiles and other ammunition came from. And that will be conclusive evidence, but everything that we have seen so far in terms of where these attacks occurred, their scale and character, a combination of drones and missiles, the distance from the Yemeni border, and their effectiveness, because this was a highly successful attack, all point towards a sophisticated military behind this, and that points firmly towards Iran. So you're right, we should wait for the evidence to be conclusive. But I think everything so far points towards Iran, and as you've inferred, the game changer would be that if there were missiles launched from Iranian territory, then we're in an entirely new ballpark in terms of the scale of threat to Saudi Arabia, the ability of Saudi Arabia with US support to defend itself.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.